Welcome to Gun Club. My name is Aaron, and today we're going to be speaking on a very difficult topic. Um, if you have been anywhere in the news recently, you probably have seen that there was a extremely unfortunate event that happened in New Orleans and Louisiana, in the historic district, in the French district, and in this event, there was a man who carried out what is being called acts of terror. He took his truck, um, basically went around some barricades and sped down a walkway, striking seemingly over 30 people and injuring over 30 people. And at this point, it's assumed that about 15 of them have met their extremely unfortunate demise due to his actions. Now, what are some lessons that we can take from this? What are some things that we can consider just as normal everyday citizens that are trying to live our lives, go to some events, hang out, celebrate with our families and friends? What are some things that we should be thinking about as we are out in general? Now, for me, when I was thinking about what I would share with you tonight, I can only come from certain perspectives because of my personal experience. One, I'm a regular guy who's trained in self-defense, so there's that. I'll share some of that. Two, I'm a husband and a father and a son. So if I ever go anywhere with my family, these are some things that I think about. And I also do work in armed security, whether it be some more like bodyguard type things, like executive protection ish, but also just standard armed security, standing outside with a gun, telling people what to do. So these are some things that I think about, and I hope you'll consider them as you are progressing through life, going and celebrating with family and friends, even as, we're coming out of the holiday season, but there's still different things to enjoy and into the next one. These are some things that we should think about. Big thing, you've heard this every single time, is you have to keep your situational awareness up. You cannot just say, hey, I'm going to go have a good time and just completely forget about your surroundings, because it's not just more serious acts of terrorism that you should be concerned about. There's also simple things. There's some things as simple as somebody's having a medical event, someone's having a heart attack or something unfortunate, but less impactful to you and your family in regards to you guys getting hurt. There are also instances where people who are unwell, whether it's mentally or maybe they're inebriated, they can come up to you and your family and things can escalate quickly. There's people who have malicious intentions and they will absolutely rob you if given the opportunity. Those things can happen as well. So please, as you're out and about, keep an eye on what's going on around you and go from there. Now, as a father and somebody who, my kids are getting older and we can start to have these conversations, I think something that I would implore you to do is to say like, hey, if we are ever separated for any reason, let's say you go to the bathroom and something happens and, people aren't where they should be, let's have a meeting place where we can link up. Should anything happen, should we get separated, should we need to split up for some reason, this is going to be our universal meeting place, and we'll be able to link up there. Now, in addition to that, it's, people say it's good to, take pictures of what your kids are wearing, kind of keep an eye on those things. And of course, if your kids are separated, instead of saying, hey, have you seen, Jennifer, have you seen Johnny, being able to actually shout out what they're wearing and descriptions of them versus just saying like, hey, where's my kid? Because nobody knows. No, that's not helpful. Now, another thing is helping your kids to recognize situations that are unhelpful or that are even dangerous to them. Should they hear loud popping sounds like gunshots, helping them to understand what that might be and tell them how to navigate that situation, whether it be say like, hey, if you hear anything strange, stick with me, we're going to try to move away. Or if you see something that you don't like, or if you see an individual that you feel like is untrustworthy, and handling those things according to how you would personally prefer. That's something I would implore you to do. Now, as a self-defender, somebody who is in these situations And I've seen some things, nothing too crazy, but these are some things that you should watch out for. In this situation, there was an erratic vehicle moving extremely fast. And if you watch the videos of this car moving down the alley, there are some people who were able to recognize it fairly quickly and just barely in the blink of an eye move out of the way just with a few quick steps. And sometimes that's what it takes, is to decide that, hey, if I see something, and really it's a decision, right? If I see something happening and it's happening fast, I'm going to move out of the way. I'm not going to just kind of try to observe some more and be in the state of denial, which can happen. I've been in a state of denial, seeing something happening in front of me, and say, like, I'm going to move out of the way as quickly as possible. If not, that could be your life. So please just do that. Um, Obviously, if you see somebody acting suspiciously, if you see people starting to argue and fight or get into altercations, deciding that you're not going to be the cameraman, because despite popular belief, the cameraman doesn't always live. So go ahead, take your happy butt and go somewhere else. It's okay to go home early, even in like family scenarios. If people start acting crazy, it's okay to leave. So that's just something I wanted to share with you. Now, let's talk about the like emergency responses for when critical incidents happen like this. For me, I try to keep some sort of medical on me wherever I go. And somebody might say that's a bit much, but generally it's not too much, and I can pull it off reasonably without adding too much to my person. Normally, I just keep a tourniquet on me, because if somebody gets a serious leg injury or their arm is injured and they, hit an artery or something, you can bleed out extremely fast. So keeping a tourniquet, which is just a device to cinch down those blood vessels and keep them from flowing too freely, you can keep that in your back pocket. And if you keep a fanny pack like I do, or a manny pack, as some people would say, people like to make fun of me for that, you can easily stash it in there and it's not going to take up too much space. If not, if you wear, a light jacket, keep it in a pocket. Just remember which pocket you generally would keep these things in, because in an emergency situation, you don't want to be thinking about it. Where did I put that? Where is it? And if you can, get a practice version so you can actually go through the steps and practice with it. Because once you've used it, you don't want to reuse it. So get a practice version, practice with it, and learn how to use your medical equipment. Some people will keep gauze, some people will keep different things, some people will keep quick clot and things like that. Obviously, the more you have on you, the more bulk will be on you. So keeping it slim, keeping it light, and really just understanding some basic first aid will be extremely helpful, especially because, EMS can be there pretty quickly, but sometimes it's not quite quick enough. So make sure you keep something, right? As a person who has done some personal protection and security, understanding where you're going into, understanding exits, like there's been a lot of thought and discussion around, like, hey, while I'm in a restaurant, I want to face the exit. So I want to see everything. I want to sit next to the back so I can sneak out the back of the restaurant if something goes down. I'm not here to tell you what to do in that regard, but I am telling you to kind of have an idea. Maybe ask a question, be like, hey, are there any exits in the back over there, or where's the fire exits? Or even just, you don't have to ask, you just look, and generally you'll be able to see where the fire exits are in case something happens, in case there's a fire. If there's a fire, do you want to know where the fire exits are? Or do you want to accidentally cut across a lot of traffic when people are stampeding? Because as you may have heard, most people are injured or worse because of stampeding people. And we already talked about having an emergency protocol for your family. Now, let's talk about kind of understanding the limitations of where you live. Some places, for me, I carry a firearm 99% of the time, but there are some places where you are not legally permitted to carry a firearm. If you go to court, can't carry a gun, even if you really want to. If you go to some schools are going to have laws, and some schools have different rules. So understand where you're going. Post offices are pretty serious about their gun laws. And, some restaurants, bars, and things like that. So you want to be aware. I try not to go anywhere where I'm not permitted to carry some sort of self-defense item. And if I'm not carrying a gun, I'm definitely carrying a knife. Just if you see me, that's what's happening. And understanding what are the limitations of the tools that I have on me. In this really crowded space, would it be appropriate to use a firearm to defend myself from a person who is mentally unwell and swinging around a broken bottle? Is it? Or is this a situation where I need to tactically retreat? Something to consider. Um, Now, let's discuss the mental health angle of this, because there is a lot going on in America. There's a lot going on in the world in general, but it seems like even in the circles that I run in, every once in a while you run into a guy who you thought was fine, and then you find out he wasn't fine, and his family has to deal with that. His family has to bury him because he definitely wasn't fine. If you serve in the military, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Seems like there's some statistics out there that say like pretty much like every hour there's somebody who is giving up their life, and not in a heroic fashion, I would say. So keep an eye on your friends. Check in on your people. If you see somebody, especially posting online in a way that is freaky, scary, unproductive, threatening, seems like maybe they're becoming unhinged, even if it's like in some sort of domestic situation, because that happens. And I think that's probably what most of you will run into is you'll have a coworker or a friend who starts to kind of fly off the handle. Are you going to be able to, are you going to be able to handle that? Can you reach out to this person? Are they going to be receptive to you? Obviously, if they're not going to be receptive, maybe reach out to somebody that would be able to speak into their life a bit more. But at the end of the day, you do want to reach out to people who seem like they're not doing well and try to help them out. Because there are people, there's a court case I was examining recently where there was a guy who got into a pretty serious incident, and they went back and looked at his social media and they said, hey, man, you said some pretty crazy stuff. It looks like maybe you wanted this incident to happen. And this person got 30 years. So check on your people. If you see people posting unhinged things, reach out to them and make sure they're okay. I think that's the least we can do to kind of help our friends not to become radicalized by their own thoughts. So there are some broader thoughts that I have on this event. Obviously, we say our thoughts and our prayers are with the families and with the friends of the people who were harmed, the people who are no longer with us, the families and the community that is never going to be the same, absolutely never going to be the same. I feel some closeness to this incident, not because I live there, because I was actually just there not long ago. I have some family who live in that general area, and it's extremely unfortunate because there's people just trying to have a good time, and there are people out in the world who are willing to do wicked things, even when you consider the person who perpetrated these acts. And there's been more than one event. In fact, there's been about 3 large events in the last 2 days. I believe it's just over the New Year's Eve, New Year's Day cycle. There's been a lot going on, but this individual in this event, he posted a video because he was in real estate. He was in the U.S. military, served for several years, was in the reserve, served for several years, and eventually became a real estate guy. And, you know, he made a video, and this has been circulating around social media. I'm sure you've seen it. He seemed like a very regular guy, just a regular guy trying to build a life for himself. And I don't know what happened. I don't know if there's some sort of larger conspiracy out there. I'm sure some of you will be happy to tell me about all these conspiracy theories. But it seems like this guy was a very normal guy, and something happened to kind of set him over the edge over a period of time, because this was not an event that you just think to, today, I think I'm just going to go do this. And then you just go do it. So something happened over time. And I said this before, I'm going to say it again. Check on your people, check on your friends, because it's not just heavy religious ideologies that send people over the edge. Sometimes it's things that are happening in their everyday lives. The other day, we were just talking about Luigi Mangione, who is something of a folk hero to many of you. And that the things that he did don't happen overnight. So those are some things that I want you to consider as we're going into this next phase. And regardless of where you are, what your opinions are, and all these things, I hope you're doing well. And I thank you for tuning in. All right, guys, on to the next thing. So at this point, I want to go ahead and introduce my friend, Emily, aka Princess and the Pistol. What's up, girl? What you doing?
Hey, oh my gosh, I haven't talked to you since last year.
We just talked like 5 minutes before we started.
You're ruining my bit.
Oh, wait, has it been a year? Since last year. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, last year. Gosh. I try to be funny, but no.
That's what I get, right? I'm being too serious. So, dude, love the hat. Love the hat.
Thank you.
A knitted bucket hat. Where'd you get that?
My mom.
Lots of real. Hey, watch it. So I'm looking at the comments, right? Okay, so it looks like we have a bit of an echo now. So let's get that fixed. Appreciate you guys. Echo. Guys.
Oh, there we go.
Sorry. So we no, what do you mean no audio? Were you not able to hear me?
Yeah, for a second you cut out. I don't know if they could hear you or not, but I couldn't.
Audio back, no echo. Okay.
Yay.
Let me just watch it over on the YouTube side. I'm gonna just pull it up on my phone, make sure we're straight.
Okay, you just cut out again.
No, I muted myself. Can you say something?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Emily's still echoing. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta fix that. My bad, y'all. My bad. Here we go, and then we're gonna. So I'm just gonna go through some of these comments. Jova Q said, "What's up? What's up, man? Welcome to the show." I appreciate you not saying anything because the echo's coming from you. And then Gun Website says, a lot of real topics tonight. Watcher Tactical said, what kind of freaky? Yes. Yes. This guy. And then thank you for telling me about the echo. Audio backs, no echo. Evan Gabriel, good to see you, man. I miss your face, dude. And then multi-track mix. Okay. All right. Let's see if Emily, tell me something. Tell me something good. What's going on with you? What you been working on?
Oh, just getting ready for going to SHOT. That's gonna be fun, but trying to plan ahead for everything, get all the schedules locked down.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, first of all, SHOT Show's crazy. I'm glad you're getting a chance to go, but I need you to be careful out there. Are you still riding up there, or are you driving?
I'm driving. No, not driving. What? No, I'm flying.
You're flying?
I'm flying. Yes, I'm flying.
Did you have to check with your personal assistant?
No, I had to check with my brain because it's not the fastest sometimes.
Jeez. Well, I don't know how you're riding a motorcycle not the fastest. That don't make no sense to me. Because that's actually something we didn't talk about when we did your show. Is anything motorcycle related? Like you have like these crazy helmets and everything. You didn't bring them with you, did you?
I mean, they're both downstairs where I am, so I can grab them.
Dude, show us your helmet collection. And while you're doing that,
Hold please.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna just say hello To my people, I appreciate y'all for watching. Thank you so much for being here. And, we got a few things we want to talk about tonight, including Emily's helmet collection, but I appreciate y'all. All right, let's go ahead and take a look here. Solo Dolo. Yo, tell me about this helmet.
Okay, this is the Scorpion XO R420, and it has, or the Lone Star edition, so it has like all this Texas stuff. Very cool. Got the Alamo under there, under the bow, and of course the bow I made myself. Knives, stars, all the
Nice.
cool stuff. Come and take it. Bow because girly is good on the road because people are less likely to want to run you over. Tinted visor, of course, and then the frog. Also
Nice.
cute. Also perfect. Also a scorpion. I don't know why this one's a scorpion. It just happened to be that way. So clearly I have a type. I painted this one myself though because I
Oh,
couldn't
you
find the
painted it.
exact. I couldn't find a green helmet that wasn't some cheap Amazon crap. So I bought this, painted it myself, and attached to the ears or eyes.
Okay, so it didn't come like that. That's something you had to do yourself.
Yep.
Nice. I mean, that's pretty
Arts and
sick.
crafts.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right. And man, so there's been a lot going on. I feel like I know, like I've been talking to some of my recent guests and they've been telling me all like the secrets of things that like I shouldn't know. I'm just like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. Who did what? What? Is that why they got fired? Just like crazy stuff I really can't get into until all that stuff comes out, just because like can't. But there is a lot of dirty secrets in the industry. A lot of people that we thought we liked that we don't like. When I
The
said we
tea
don't
over
like.
here.
Hmm?
I said you got the tea over here and
Oh,
you're not there.
I got so much tea. I got so much. But the problem with me is if it's not my story to tell, I can't tell it. You know what I mean? Even if I really want to. It's just
How
like,
dare you
okay.
be reliable? That's ridiculous.
Well, I don't want to be that guy where it's like, oh yeah, you can't tell that guy nothing. I'm like, bro, I'm as close as you can get to a journalist without being a journalist. You got to be able to trust me. You know what I mean? If not, like, there's nothing. Like, we ain't got nothing. But there's a few things we were talking about earlier that was like, we got to talk about those things. Specifically, let's talk a little bit about the recent attack. Can we talk about that? Is that something you have any thoughts on? I mean, I know I kind of shared my thoughts for 20 minutes, probably like 15 minutes, but I appreciate you being patient. Um,
You covered a lot of what I was thinking. Like, it's just so important to have like situational awareness, and also to like just know your fight or flight response. Which I know it's not always possible to know that until something happens. But like people say fight or flight, but it's really like fight, flight, and freeze. And you're not always gonna know like what your response is until something happens. But if you can
mhm.
figure it out, that's a good thing to know. Like I know my automatic response, which is not always incredibly practical because my automatic response is fight. And I pulled a knife on someone when I was 17 years old when they jumped out at me in a dark area at 2 in the morning. Turns out it was just a friend trying to scare me, but
Hmm.
I didn't know that at the
Well, you
time.
got to know the people around you. You got to know your friends well enough that it's like, that they'll pull that and they know that you'll do that.
Yeah, they never did that again, so that was good.
At least they got a good memory. Didn't forget.
Yeah, I'm just glad they jumped out from far enough back that I couldn't reach them. But
Yeah.
yeah, but I was like a 17-year-old like stick figure child, and that would not, I probably wouldn't have won that fight even if I had stabbed them because they were like a man and I would have died. But anyway, it's good to know your fight or flight, and so then you can like take that into account, like take that into your mind when if you have to react in a scenario,
There
like
was
even if it's going against what your instinct is.
who was that I was watching into Across the Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse. And it's like um something about puberty came up. And he's like, no, puberty. I'm going through puberty. No, I've already gone through puberty because I'm a man. And he like dropped his voice like three octaves. Like, I'm a man. He said, hey. It's, it's one of my favorite movies. Both of them are fantastic. Can't wait for the new one. And then, even though have you heard the news around the? I know we're like shifting gears super hard. Um, have you heard the news around the main actor Shamik Moore, who plays the voice of Miles Morales in the Into the Spider Verse movies?
I haven't heard the news, but I also don't get a whole lot into celebrity news, so
Yeah, like it was like one of those things where I'm like, I would have been fine not knowing these things, but it's fascinating because apparently, like his co-star Haley Steinfeld or whatever, she's been in a lot of stuff.
oh yeah.
Um, and I guess when you're working in these movie sets and working in these sound booths with people and you're delivering romantic lines to each other, that maybe just possibly you might catch some feelings and it might be a little embarrassing. And at some point, I think on the press tour, like they had like some videos of him like talking about, oh, it's a lot easier, delivering some of these lines when you got Haley sitting across from you and you're just like, oh brother,
He's
oh
got it
brother, no,
bad.
oh brother, brother, no. and then the camera pans to her face and she's just like,
She's like,
ugh,
okay.
it's not mutual, my guy. Um, and it was like on more than one occasion. And then eventually she got engaged. And the same, like as soon as that announcement happened, like he posted a tweet talking about, oh, there's more fish in the sea. You got to move forward. You got to move onwards. It's like, oh no, brother,
Oh my
no,
god.
no,
Oh,
don't make it
don't do
weird.
it.
And so, and then there was another girl in the other Spider-Man movie, the one from the first Tom Holland movie. And apparently, he had did something a little creepy, and she didn't like it. And she made a whole response video calling him weird. I'm just like, oh man, I feel like I'm in high school again because I was a little weird in high school. Not gonna lie, but
I mean, I feel like everyone was. We all had our
some
phases.
people weren't. I don't know. Like I try not to deal with anyone who peaked in high school, just because you know, that's it for you. Like that's the best you had, and some of them became cops and the worst cops. So, oh no. Anyways, what about you guys? What are you guys doing in the audience? Are you guys fans of Spider-Man? I know this is not the typical topic we would be touching on, but it's something that was on my mind, and I don't want to be scared to talk about things that I find interesting or fascinating. So,
Yeah,
if you
guess
guys
what?
just
Y'all get to be Spider-Man's fans now, so get over
yeah,
it.
you guys have to be Spider-Man fans now. Anyways, just say hello if you are in the chat. Let me know if you're watching, where you're watching from. I'm just going to assume Gun Websites is still here, but you know, where you guys at? What are you guys doing? And there were some other topics I know you said you wanted to talk about. So, dude, one thing I saw you were like, hey, can we talk about this? Is being, and this is the topics. Let's set it up. So, Emily, you were talking to me a little bit earlier about some of the concerns you had around being a woman in the gun space. What does that even mean? What were you trying to get at?
So, I mean, okay. So we all know that the gun space is more like predominantly male. It's getting better and it
It
has
is
gone
male
and it's
dominated, yeah.
yes, exactly. And but it's just interesting to see like the different parts. I call it the good, the bad, and the funny because well, there's this interesting thing. So like for example, I went to this one's a funny and I guess slightly good. I went to the range for New Year's Eve and I was by myself. My husband was working, but I was off, and I was gonna go out for a lunch date with him afterwards. So I like made myself all pretty. I wore a dress, and I go to the range and I shot for free, and not because it was like a free event or something, just because the guy behind the counter was like, "Oh no, I got this. You're fine. You don't have to pay." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Thank you." And then I was like, "Whatever.
Wait,
I'm not
was
paying
your
for
husband
it."
with you at the time, or did he think that
No,
maybe? Oh, okay. So he
I
thought,
was by
hey,
myself. Yeah.
he was
So
like,
that's just
hey,
like a random like funny part of being a female in the gun space. It's just like people are like, oh, you like this thing that only guys like? Oh, okay. Or then there's like, okay, so then this is the part that's not funny. It's kind of sad actually. I see this happening a lot online. Um, I'm sure it happens in person too, but like I'll see sometimes other women putting down other women in the gun space, just like as in, oh, well, you should post more like serious things or more training videos, or like the term gun bunny gets thrown around a lot. And whatever, I'm sure everything starts with like, oh, this actually has meaning and it actually matters. But like people just throw things around like that now to anyone, like, oh, you're pretty, well, you're a gun bunny. Like, how dare you like clothing and guns at the same time? And I see stuff like that where other women are attacking women over just dumb things like
As in,
that.
other women are attacking
And
you, or other women are attacking other women?
well, I mean, I've seen other women like commenting on my things like that, but just like but that's not even like the focus is just like just in general. I'll see other women who are in like the same space, but they'll be posting things like just not directed at anyone. They're just like, if if you just post like pictures with your guns, or you're not posting training videos, then you're just a gun bunny and all this stuff. And I mean, I mean, you don't know someone's mindset. You don't know like what they're doing in the online space. And so just to I feel like disheartening other people who are also just trying to exist in a hobby that they like is just it's I don't know, it's just not very kind. And I think a lot of people like, oh yeah, everyone's a girl's girl nowadays, and not really. I mean, there's plenty of girls, but there's a lot of girls. Like, I feel like we
Hmm.
shouldn't be discouraging other women. Like, it's one thing if you see something unsafe, but just to be like, oh, how dare you? Like,
Yeah, that does seem kind of lame. That you or somebody else could be out there just trying to exist and have a good time and share your journey, not really intentionally trying to be like a gun bunny, because there is a very kind of more of a specific definition of that. But being on the other side where it's like, hey, now I'm being attacked. Maybe I'm being indirectly attacked because you personally, I've not seen too many like training videos coming from you, minus some of the more recent stuff, which we had the conversation, and it's kind of hard for you to get to the range and hard for you to record by yourself and all that. And so it's like I get it as someone who doesn't record a lot when I'm by myself. I get it.
yeah, no, it's funny actually. I did try. I brought my tripod to the range on the 31st when I was there, and it was so funny because I felt so awkward because there was only one other guy in there, which is why I felt I was willing to do it. But I like brought my tripod out and like set it up and just hit record, and I was like, please don't look over here. And then I was just shooting, and it was so funny because I just felt so weird doing it. I recorded at some point like just practicing dry fire too, and just tried to get some like bits here and there, but it was just so funny because I was like, please don't look over here.
No, I mean it's awkward kind of being. It takes time, first of all, to get used to people seeing you with a camera. Period. Like even taking a
Yeah,
selfie in public can feel a little weird sometimes. You know,
it does. Like, I'll
like
be taking a selfie, I see someone walk around the corner, I'm like, nope, I'm not doing that. What?
I don't know the shy introverts become like the social media the celebrities. That makes no sense. I don't understand. But I guess all the extroverts are out there like living their life, and we're just like, hey, I guess if I'm gonna share something, I guess I could share this. But
Yeah, where no one can like actually directly talk to them now.
yeah, these book kids.
Yeah. Well, and then there's like the other side is where people are like, oh, well, you're a girl, so you shouldn't shoot 9 millimeter. That's that's too big, or like you should only be shooting like 380. Like I had someone tell me that the other day is they were like, oh, 9 millimeter is kind of big for a girl, and I was like, is it?
Okay, like, are
Like,
you
have you
serious?
have I was like, have you shot one? I was like, this is just pretty normal for people to choose that, but yeah, don't get me wrong, I don't have anything wrong against 380, but I I don't think there's anything wrong with 9 either, or 45 if you want to go with that. I don't mind shooting a 45.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of shocked. Darcy Brennan said, "I used to be a gun bunny, field artillery. Nice. Thank you for your
That's
service."
cool. I like that.
So
The best sort of gun bunny.
right. So I'm just like, man, it's weird because I part of me gets it, right? Because you work hard, you put on a serious podcast, you do all the things, and it's like, 5 people watch your program. I mean, not that people don't watch, because we had a show the other day that got like over 10,000 views in like 3 days, and that was great. It was beautiful to see. But on the other side, it's like, hey, like there's people out here, and I got somebody told me some names the other day of some people who basically can command. Hmm, was it like $7,000 plus expenses to take photos with a company's gun? Like a real company charged, what was paying this woman like 7 grand plus whatever expenses, flying out, food, hotel, stuff like that, for them to take some pictures. They're good pictures. I mean, she's a lovely woman, whatever. But like, really, she can't even shoot. Like if you saw her shoot, you'd be embarrassed. But that's what you get when the thing that sells is aesthetics. Being able to
Yeah.
kind of push that.
Well, I feel like a lot of people just get I feel like a lot of it, like people like attacking stuff like that, is just like jealousy. Like, I mean, I would love to be able to get charged 7,000 for a picture. Sign me up. But like, I'm not gonna attack other women I see doing that. Like, I think that's great for them. And like I if it's one thing if you see like someone who's going out there telling you that they're the best and everything, but like if someone's just like living their life and being how they are and being attractive, posing with such stuff, like sure, like I don't care. I think it's an
Hmm.
odd thing to stand your ground on and being mad about.
Yeah, yeah, it's interesting. Gun website says 7 grand is not a lot in our community. That's medium, and you're right.
Oh,
For um, I guess for the gun community, if you're actually making money, because there's people who don't make any money and they do stuff for free, and then there's people who make money. Um, and someone says you're paying for a model, and modeling ain't easy. No, it's not. I think that the whole package, right, is not easy. As in, like, to be this person, to maintain a persona, to not do anything to destroy their brand entirely, all the different things, all the things that you have to pay for to kind of keep your appearance up, and all the time you invest in the gym, and eating a certain way, whatever it is. Maybe you just hit the genetic lottery, and that's just easy for you. Um, Okay, but it does suck a little bit when you find out they're kind of entitled, and you're just like, oh, okay. So we're not even like putting the money in the hands of like a nice person, you know?
well, yeah, that's definitely a different vibe. It's like you actually know someone or know their personality, and they're just like a bad person or something. But yeah,
A gun
I can
website
see
says,
that.
there you go, playing a role for a payday. Yeah, I get it. Now the secret and the trick is, how can we do that? Who do
I
I need to
know,
call to get
for
paid
real.
to just take a picture with their gun? And at some
You
level,
find
when
out,
you're a
let me
real
know.
gun tuber, the community gets kind of angry if you make money directly from the companies, because say you're making a gun review or some sort of video around the gun, they want to know everything. They want to know, and it's ethical, FTC violations and whatnot.
Hmm.
um, they want to know, okay, so what's your relationship with the company? Who are we? Is this, are you just telling us what we want to hear, or what the company wants us to hear, or are you going to let us know if there's an issue? Like with Radian, I actually told the guys on the Discord this first, and I'm telling you guys here again. Radian sent me their P365 package. It comes with a compensator. What you buy the compensator and the barrel, that's like $400, and then there's the grip package, which has the back strap and the magwell for the um, pistol grip module thing, and that's $150. And then there's the base plates for the magazines. It comes with two; those are $70 for the two. Um, and then there's the different things you have to get to make the gun really run. Like you got to buy your own grip module. That's like 90. Um, and then the gun itself is like 500, 600. So this is not a inexpensive package. And after everything's said and done, if you get a red dot, all these different things to the gun, it can cost you like $2,000 for this whole package for a handgun that I carry every day. So it's kind of expensive. But then if something actually happened where the compensator, I started noticing like a few days ago, I noticed this little dots, like little brown dots on the comp, just a comp, nothing else, just a comp. And SIGs are notorious for rusting. So I was like, no, it's not rust. Couldn't be rust. I just got this thing. It was rust. It was rust. The
Oh,
$400 compensator barrel combination is rusting. And so I text my guy, the marketing manager at, because I sent all those parts for free, minus the stuff I had to buy, like, um, but it's an expensive thing and I'm recommending it. And I got a video up that's got like 85,000 views and people are like, oh man, this is sick. I want to see, they're excited to buy it. I'm like, I need to know what the heck's going on. So I text the marketing guy and I was like, hey, can you call me? He's like, yeah, I'll call you. Gives me a call. I'm like, hey man, there's something going on. I'm not sure how to like put this, but I'm seeing these little these blemishes on like this marring. What am I? He's like, are they little dots? I'm like, yeah. How'd you know? He's like, yeah. So one of our batches got contaminated, where we sent the product off to another company to have them do the DLC coating. It's diamond like coating. All Glocks have DLC coating. That's what you get that color, and you're not going to rust and stuff like that. But apparently, one of the batches got contaminated, and it's 100% covered under the warranty. So they're going to send me a new one. I don't even have to send the old one back. I don't know what I'm going to do with the new one, but it's just a comp. So I can't just give it away to somebody because you need the barrel. Like you can't
yeah.
just have one or the other. So, or I'd give it away, I'm just give it to the people. Um, but I give the city to you, the people. Um, Somebody said flannel daddy. Yeah. Depending on what you're talking about. Are we talking about his marriage? Or are we talking about his relationships with the gun manufacturers that he generally does a good job of disclosing? I don't know if he's ever paid for anything, but he claims that he's not. So um, he said, and gun website says, not every company is paying that much. Of course, in my opinion, when you see a collab or endorsements, the product is overpriced. Yes, is generally the case. And Rustic Arms, good to see you. That's my guy, man. Um, Says you could take some of that money and get a Rustic. He says, send me the new one. I can't send you the new one. No, I need the. um, he said, take it to a body shop and get it rhino lined. The comp. Hey, I might just have a good old time with this thing, but who knows? That said, point being is I have to be able to talk to my audience, the people who are trusting me to share these things. And because I'm not a gun bunny, I'm not paid to exhibit a product.
Yeah.
I'm not paid anything really. But it's my job. The audience watches and they watch the ads and they buy memberships and they pay directly in gifts and stuff. So guys, make sure that you are supporting the show by purchasing memberships and or sending in super chats. That's the easiest way to help support what we do here. Um, but I'm not paid to just show you products and to just shill the product and just be like, oh, it's a beautiful product. You should definitely buy. Like, I'm supposed to tell you the truth. And that's why people show up. They expect the truth. So that's the
Yeah.
point. I said a lot. I've been talking for like 25 minutes trying to tell you that they expect the truth. Now the question is, does Emily get to tell the truth, or does Emily become the person who is really, hey, someone sent me a gun and they just want me to do 2 reels and 3 stories and 1 post and 3 Twitter posts or whatever, and they're going to pay you $5,000 for that.
No, I'm not the person. I've never showed a product that I didn't like. No, this is actually super funny because my favorite holster, someone I don't get paid to talk about it, and someone was commenting on my Twitter post the other day saying, "Oh, you're just a shill for the company." I was like, "I
For
wish I was
Filster?
getting paid." Yeah, for Filter.
Yeah, I'm sad they aren't paying you. I feel like they
I was
should.
like, I just like it. Okay, that's why I use it because it's
Right.
useful. I was like. But if you want to make me a show, no, I was just kidding.
Hey, man. The only person I know that they've paid is Tessa, but that's after she made a bunch of videos already, and now she's on staff. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say she works for them now, doesn't she?
yeah, and I don't think they paid her before the case, but even if they did, to me, as long as you're just very honest and Watcher's Tactical said you can't handle the truth, y'all go subscribe to that guy. He's all right. Um, but it's so weird how that works. It's like, man, but people don't know how. First of all, they don't know how little money you get paid to make videos. You're not monetized on YouTube.
No, not yet.
Okay, so little bit of a secret. So the money that I get paid on YouTube can range from like everything's by 1,000 views. So if a video gets 1,000 views, you'll get a certain amount of money. So you can make for as little as like $2.50, all the way up to like $10 for 1,000 views. The advertisers are paying something closer to like $10 to $20, but YouTube takes half. Um, so they're making money every time you make money, which is beneficial. You know, it's like, okay, let's both
Yeah.
make money together. But I think the most I've made is like $10 or $15 per every 1,000. And some of these videos, say the video got like, 30,000 views, $10 times 30, you've made a little bit of money, you know? So
Yeah,
it's not a
that's
lot,
not bad.
but it's not a lot. I mean, what's the math on that?
Oh, 10 times 30,
Hmm.
300.
Right.
Yeah.
So potentially, if you are making, because it ranges time of year, what kind of ads are placed, who's the advertisers, what
Hmm.
advertisers are paying at the time. So you could make $300 on a video. That's great, but it's more likely you'll get like $5. For me, oh, he's here. That's funny.
Oh my gosh. Hi, Dad.
Man, I love that guy. Marty C said $5,000. She would need to buy her dad a new gun if she got that kind of change. It's possible. We got to support her career expeditiously. So, and then the average gun channel gets about $8 per every 1,000. So you're doing good. Yeah, I mean, it just depends. I've gotten on the low end and I've gotten on the high end. So it really just kind of depends. Um, I said it's a good deal, and Rostic said not at all cheap. YouTube, LOL. Yeah, Marty C expressing some joy. I see you, but the point is like there's so much money to be had in the YouTube structure, but also not that much because if you're only getting paid say like $5 per every 1,000, and you get paid and you get 100,000 views, that's cool, but that's not a ton of money. And if you spent how this is me asking you a question about how many rounds do you think is acceptable for like a full gun review? And for me to tell you it's a good gun, go buy it. Think about it. Just off the top of your head.
600, maybe?
So like 500 to 600 rounds feels like okay, you put the gun through its paces. You tried. You can tell me
Yeah,
something
I
about
guess.
this
Yeah.
gun. I mean, obviously there's less, and there's guys who put 1,000 rounds through a gun. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. The cheapest I can get my ammo right now locally is I spend like $60 for like 250.
Yeah, I bought like 250 rounds the other day for it was actually on was it on sale? It was like 50 bucks because I think it was on sale.
Mm-hmm. And so, I mean, if you bought 500 rounds for $100, that feels pretty good, but it might be like 120. So if you made $300 on a video, a third of that is gone in ammo cost alone. God forbid you pay your
Yeah.
cameraman. What are you going to pay him? $100 for the day? $50 for $20 for the day? Like, come on, you know.
No, it would either be my husband or my dad, and neither one of them getting a sit. No, I'm kidding.
He said, not a red
Love
cent.
you, Dad.
Oh, and God forbid you pay your taxes. My
Oh,
God. All of that's a write off, though. So make sure you file your taxes
yeah.
correctly. But ultimately, like you made zero money are there's actually a website that I can like use to like calculate some of this stuff. So they said
So
gun
fancy.
website says the average gun channel gets like $8 for every 1,000 people who watch eight CPM or RPM. Um, golly, why is my internet not working? My internet not working. So wait, that's $8 CPM. That's horrible. Oh my gosh, no. So let's pretend we're getting like a $5 RPM. Rostic said if creators boycotted YouTube, that would be interesting. I wonder what would happen. Hey, listen, I'm not saying you should boycott YouTube. Me not being able to wink. um, but it would be interesting. So
I don't
let
think it would
me
happen though.
say,
There's too many creators that would keep going. So
mm-hmm. Yeah, there's no unity in YouTube. Everybody's doing their own thing, and there's people all around the world. In fact, America's not even like the full pie. India's making so much money for YouTube. I don't think YouTube really has like a Chinese presence, but um, so here's the kicker, right? So gun website says these guys are making $8 CPM. CPM is like what YouTube and you make. RPM is just what you make as the creator. I just did a calculation. If
okay.
you got 50,000 views on a video, which is pretty good for a gun video, I know big guys
Mm.
who are getting less, and you made $5. That is what was the figure on that? I did a calculation. $250. So woo, we're making
You're
all the money.
rich.
Oh my gosh. So it's almost a bad idea to do gun reviews. Like it's actually like a terrible idea. Um,
Yeah.
mm,
Now you see why I've never done any.
Mom and dad are watching. Gun Club Radio is a
Hi,
solid show. I
mom.
expect continued growth. Yeah. I mean, I think it'll continue growing if Emily keeps showing up. So I appreciate all y'all supporting. But, and then you, Callie Coolgun says, YouTube is awesome. It is, isn't it? No, but it is. So unless you're doing a review on Rostic, we pay well. It's true. So,
Good to know.
and then there's the ethics of getting paid to do some sort of review, whether it's like, hey, I have a production fee that I charge everybody, or not. So there's some questions with that, and you have to be able to break that down. I want to get back and talk about some of the topics that you were like, hey, we should definitely tap in on this. Unless you have some thoughts about all that mega tangent I went on. You brought up the
No.
idea of being like recognized in public. Have you been recognized in public?
Yeah, a few
How'd
times.
that even happen?
So, well, okay, so different things happen. So a few times someone will like come up to me and say, like, I've seen you online or something. And then yeah. And but then also, so New Year's Eve I went out, um, and then I got home and I had a message in my message requests on Instagram, and someone messaged me, I saw you at Cidercade where I was,
Were
and
you
they're
in
like,
Dallas?
but no, there's a Cidercade in Houston.
Oh, okay, cool. I've been to a cidercade. It's
Yeah,
pretty sick.
yeah, that's where I went for New Year's Eve, and they're like, I saw you there, but I didn't want to be weird and come say hi.
So you just
And
decided
so,
to be weird after the fact. I feel you.
I was like, you were watching me? No, no, they were very nice. I don't think they're creepy, but it was just kind of weird to be like, I'm spotted. Hi.
Well, I mean, people tell you all the time, oh, you shouldn't show people that you have a gun on you because you basically take pictures and kind of show how the concealed carry works for you, right? Hey, I can
Mm-hmm.
conceal in this outfit, I can conceal in that outfit, and however people kind of view that, you're showing them that you carry a gun, which hopefully would be a deterrent from weirdos. But also on the other side, what did the Marvel the Avengers and like Batman and like different superheroes appear. And the idea is because there's a stronger hero, the villains want to show up and be even stronger. Do you feel like you're inviting supervillains?
I love that analogy. And yeah, kind of. So it's like a two head sided thing, right? So I have gone into this knowing that I am basically, to a certain degree, putting myself at a little bit more of a risk by continuously posting online and making myself recognizable and showing how I carry guns. But I'm willing to do that just because I want more women to feel safe to do what to carry and to protect themselves, and that's the end goal. And I get all these people like, "Oh, stop it! Stop showing your guns. It's stupid. You're just gonna get attacked." And like that's possible. And like the more I post, the more people are gonna know me and recognize me, and that's kind of a weird, interesting thing to wrap your mind around. And I but I'm just recognizing the potential risks and hoping that that doesn't happen.
Do
But
you know what a
like
parasocial
I'm
relationship is?
yeah.
I want to pull up like the actual definition.
Okay.
And Google's AI is telling me a parasocial relationship is a one sided connection between a person and a public figure or a fictional character. I'm definitely a fictional character where the other person is unaware of the connection. But, and so, like you being at the arcade, right? Um, and somebody just seeing you from afar and be like, oh my gosh, it's Emily. I know Emily. Emily don't know you.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to say the person was being weird because like clearly
Oh no,
they
they
were just
seemed really
being
nice.
nice. But it's fascinating how that works. Or people who they'll say like the wildest thing to me. Somebody actually, I'll share this. Even I probably shouldn't, but somebody made a rude comment to me saying that well, there was a video I was doing where I was kind of showing a gun. It was sitting on my bed, which is a weird place to put guns. Don't put guns on your bed. Um, but
Totally never done
they're
that.
like, I thought this was a white man until I saw your hands. And I was like, oh, okay. And that's what I replied. I was like, oh, okay. That's weird. And they're like, whoa, yeah, you're nerdy and you're this and you're that. And they proceeded to call me white. And I was like, ah, this is really weird. This whole thing is really weird. And so I just refused to kind of continue talking to this person because clearly this person feels really comfortable talking to me. And me even giving them attention is making it worse. So I'm just
Yeah.
not going to engage.
People say the oddest things.
Right. It's like, bro, would you say this to me in public? I really hope not. Cause like, it's like, is this who you are?
They might.
I don't know. What's the craziest thing someone's told you? And you don't have to like get into like the weird territory, but like, what's like the cringiest thing
Mm,
someone's told you?
gosh, I don't know if I can think of like the cringiest thing. My brain doesn't go that far back, but I can just like pull out like something random. Just like
Go for it.
people telling me that my holster system doesn't work, and or like
I saw that.
all the grown men, all the fuds complaining about how you can't draw while sitting down and appendix carry and like all these things. And
That's
I'm like,
literally the
oh,
best part.
I'm like, have you not tried that? Like,
You, oh
are
my
you just
gosh, these people
not
are
doing
so
it
so.
right? You might just not be doing it right, and maybe you
Mm-hmm.
need to do a little more research. But that's not up to me.
Yeah, seriously. No, and I've done
Oh,
appendix wrong, so I get it. But
yeah. Okay. This is a funny one. I'm not going to say his exact words because it's very rude. But this guy on X was telling me that you could absolutely not draw from a sitting position, and he said if I posted a video of me doing it under 2 seconds, he would post a video of using a carrot in an obscene manner. And I said, I'll hold up my end of the deal, and then you just don't. And I posted a video with like several different draws sitting from the sitting position. And I was like I said, don't keep up your end of the deal.
mm-hmm.
And all these people started commenting under his post saying, all right, get the carrot out. We're ready. Go ahead.
Oh God, this is what it's come to. This is the America that we
Definitely
all
one of the
are paying
weirdest
for.
ones.
This is amazing. I
Yeah.
hate Twitter, first of all. I hate Twitter. I hate X. I know it's like your platform of choice at this point. I
No,
hate
it's
it.
not. I don't. I mean, people like me there and people hate me there. It's like the craziest platform for me right now because either everyone loves me or they despise me. And if they despise me, they don't have a good reason for it. I actually had someone scrolling through like all my Instagram posts back to like 2019 and they were trying to find any reason they could hate me. And they saw a post where years ago I posted something and I used two hashtags. I used hashtag Democrat and hashtag Republican. They screenshotted that. They posted it on X and they're like, look, she's a Republican. And I was like, I mean, I posted both hashtags in the same post to reach multiple people, but that's fine. We'll just focus on one.
Yeah, I'm thinking of actually trying to just pull up your account just to see if there's anything fascinating, and maybe
Oh,
I'll share it
great.
on the
Now you're going
screen
to
because
try.
I'm that guy.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, you can share my new motorcycle video. It's really cool.
I saw. I'm looking at it right now. Actually, hold on. Hold up a minute. Hold on. Hold up. Hey, Siege Talks is in the building. Good to see you, friend. Guys, so I'm thinking about doing a like kind of a big monthly giveaway, but the goal would be if we hit our memberships goals, because that's probably the best way that the podcast can grow financially and make sure that we're like sustainable, and that eventually when people like Emily show up, that we could actually like bless the game a little bit and send them some cash and be like, hey, thank you for spending 2 hours with us, you know. Like that's my end goal, like, because we're not doing that right now because we can't. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, that's not happening. But I want to get to
Aww.
that point. So I'm thinking we can partner with guys like Holosun, Philster, and different people and do like a monthly um, giveaway if we hit our members' goals. As in, the members would like be automatically entered, and then find a way for people to be able to enter without like paying. Because then, if you have to pay, it's a lottery. But if there's no purchase necessary, it's not a lottery. So we want to be able to do that. If you guys think that's a good idea, let me know, and maybe we make it happen. Maybe we reach out to Holliston and get you guys some free optics or whoever. I don't know. And while you're telling me if that's a good idea, name some companies that I should reach out to get stuff to give to you. Give to the humans. I give it back to you, the people. I love doing giveaways. I love giving away OPS, other people's stuff. Makes me happy.
Yeah, it's a lot more fun that way. I don't know why.
Right. Oh my gosh, if I didn't have to buy it, you getting it. Like, it's all yours. Oh my goodness. Hold on. I found what I'm looking for.
What are you
It took
looking
me.
for? I'm scared.
Well, it's not like that. Um, it's a feature, not a bug. Uh, Safari, Emily. Here we go, and crack that down a little bit. Sorry, there's like so much little stuff that if I didn't plan on doing it, it makes it harder.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, the suspense is killing you. Oh my gosh. Here,
Yeah,
let's go
it is.
back.
I'm not a suspense person.
So this is your
Oh,
the motorcycle video.
yeah.
No music.
You can't hear the music.
Yeah, we can't do the music because it'll get copyrighted.
Oh, copyright, right.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, riding a motorcycle is pretty sick. I think it's one of the coolest things. I also think it's extremely dangerous, and I don't know, friend. Let's
Yeah,
act
no,
like
my
we've never
parents
almost
hate
lost our
it.
life. Did you tell them the story?
What story? Don't tell them
Okay,
if I haven't. I don't know what
okay.
story we're speaking of. There's a lot of stories.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. But let's not out Emily tonight. So there's that motorcycle video. Yeah, your Twitter's pretty popping. I mean, you're getting like several thousand views. I mean, this last one got 14,000 views. Oh, this video. I love this video. Hold on. Let's play this one.
Oh, I filmed that today. You can tell I'm still wearing the same outfit.
Why is it freezing on me?
I don't know. At least it's not frozen on a super weird face.
Right. Frozen again. He said, I do both. Why didn't you post it on YouTube, first of all?
I will. I'll get
Hmm.
around to it. You know how bad I am at cross posting? I've been trying so hard. Like for a long time, I was only posting things on TikTok, and I started putting them on Instagram too. And now I'm trying to also put them on X, and now I'm also trying to put them on YouTube. There's a lot. Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, you could actually make a few dollars from YouTube, even though we spent like 30 minutes berating YouTube for not being better about the money. And Marty C expressing his heartfelt prayers for you as you
Is
ride
that a
into the
360
night.
camera? Yes, it is a 360 camera. It's the Insta 360 X3. Not the latest one, but
Did you hear the
it works
controversy?
well. No, probably not.
So, gun websites said something interesting. Are you manually cross posting, or are you using a tool? Because there are different tools for cross posting on multiple platforms that makes it a little easier, but sometimes harder because you don't get certain features. So it sounds like the face you made makes it sound like you're doing it the old fashioned way, which is fine. But look into those tools.
Will do. Thanks, gun websites. Oh, I have fireworks behind me. This is cool.
Right, right. If you do,
Yay!
hold on. Do the rock on
What?
symbols. Rock on. Two hands, two fingers,
Oh, what, two? Oh, like this? Oh, right.
both
I was
hands.
doing sign language. Oh, ooh. Wait, how'd I get fireworks? What did I do for that?
I can't remember. What did you just? You literally just
What,
did it,
what what was I doing? I
guys. What was
forgot.
she
What I
doing?
do, guys?
Our memory is so
Someone
bad.
comment what I was doing. I
Somebody,
don't even know
please.
what I did. Was I doing like, I feel like I was like shrugging or
You were
something.
just like woohoo, and then there was
Yay!
fireworks. Anyway, it's like that. Um, oh, you did peace sign for fireworks.
Oh, peace,
Yeah, not so close.
hearts, peace, peace. Oh, confetti. Okay,
All right,
we'll
I
go
guess
with
it's
that.
random. Guess it's random as heck.
I was
Um,
like,
so the question is, are we selling anything? Do we have a product? Like, how are we going to monetize this, Emily? Gotta
that's a good
monetize the
question.
fame.
My goal is to figure that out before SHOT Shows, then I can approach people in person, because then I'll feel maybe less awkward about it.
Well, I find this to be like fascinating, right? Because like the most successful like businesses, like YouTube businesses, Twitter businesses, or whatever, like they get to a point where them posting or them existing pays bills. Like for you, you went mega viral. I don't even know where the cutie patootie post is right now, but last I checked, it was like a 25 million views on your post alone, not including reposts and shares and cross platform stuff. Where is it now? Do you know?
I don't know. I think the last I looked at it was somewhere over that, like 27 maybe. I don't know.
That's a lot of
It's been
people.
a minute since I
That's a lot
looked.
of
That's a
humans.
lot of people.
Like if you were in a room with 27 million people, could you even function?
No, thank you. No, I actually did that once. Is there's a website where you can look up like what a stadium full of so many people looks like, and I was doing this to like see how many followers I had, and I looked it up, and it was just like so many, and I was like, oh, I don't want that. I'm glad y'all can't. I can't see you. Are you trying to make it
Two
decent?
thumbs up.
Oh, ah, it worked.
Two thumbs down.
No, two thumbs up.
Put the thumbs down. Put the thumbs down.
Oh, oh,
How jury.
oh. Okay, it's raining on me. I don't
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah. No, I get it. But guys, I haven't seen anyone reply to this yet. What companies? I mean, I've worked with a bunch. You guys have seen a lot of them. But what companies should I reach out to for potential giveaway stuff? And don't say Rustic Arms because that I can't give you guys a Rustic. But what companies should I reach out to see if I can't get them to sponsor some giveaways for whatever we decide to do? Because I mean, we've got some pistol safes, we've got some ammo, we got some cleaning kits and stuff. We got all that. Who else should we reach out to? Holosun's an easy answer. You guys can say Holosun if you want.
But you have to say something.
But you got
It's
to
the
say
rules.
something. Or we're taking it off the table. We'll never do a giveaway. You know, it's that
Yep.
simple. Should we reach out to Stanley? Stanley Cup.
I should reach out to them and be like, hey, y'all want to do a collab?
Listen, there's a knife company. Where they at? I'm getting one in soon. Um, Regiment Blades. Yes, first aid kits. I can get those easily. My gosh, you would not believe how easy it is for me to do that. Here. So I want to maybe give one of these away. Um,
Ooh.
these are pretty nifty, and this one is um, G10, I think. Yeah, this one's made of G10, so it's like wouldn't go off in a metal detector. I don't know if the screws would make a metal detector go off, but if you want to go to a non-permissive environment, you could do that.
Oh, I need one of those for like theme parks and stuff.
Well, I mean, I can probably talk to the guy if you promise to like post it every once in a while. Get you
Yeah,
one.
sure, why not? I
Have
like
you gotten
knives.
anything for free?
I have a lot of knives. Huh?
Have you ever gotten any like free product?
Oh yeah. Actually, I mean, I bought my first Enigma, but Filster sent me their Enigma Express like a year ago, I think.
Really? That's good.
Just
I'm really
yeah, just
glad to hear that because like so many people like
yeah,
don't take advantage of all their perks and privileges. It's crazy.
yeah. Well, they had someone reach out to me and they were like, "Oh, we like your content. Why don't you use the Express? Why do you use the original?" And I was like, "Well, when I bought it, y'all didn't the Express didn't exist yet." They're like, "Oh, well, do you want one?" I was like, "Sure, why not?"
He says you want one. Yes. Why are you asking me questions? Well, you're
It's like, yeah.
doing great because I've had to ask John for everything I've got. Um, when I say everything, I bought my first Enigma Express, and then he sent me the Floodlight 2 at some point, and then recently I was doing the P365 stuff, so I was like, "Hey, I needed Enigma," and he was like, "I got you," and it showed up a few days later, which is amazing because now I can carry the gun. Um, but now Siege. Oh man, you're frozen. There you are.
Oh
You're back.
no!
You're back.
Yay!
Like it was like
No,
stuck
I
in a
was saying
perpetual smile.
that's funny. That's just my life. No. I kind of actually want to get the P365X macro because I shot it recently and I really, really liked how it handled. And my husband also wants one, and I was like, I'm gonna get one for free. And he was like, oh, for me? I was like, no.
I
That's a
don't
joke.
know.
I'm not getting one
I
for
don't know
free, but
anybody
I
at
want one.
SIG who can hook me up with a 365, so I had to go buy one, which is great. I have
I
no
don't know
problem with
anyone
buying
either.
things. I
It's
just
just
the
fingers
budget gets
crossed.
crazy. What'd you say?
Yeah. Oh, I said, yeah, I don't have anyone to give me one either. That's just like fingers crossed. Someone sees my stuff. I was like, oh, she would really like one of those. Hell yeah, I would. Send it over. Let's go.
He said, "Let's go, brother. Let's go back to the old Twitter page." You
Oh my gosh,
know,
I keep calling it that, and it's not that anymore. But I can't get used to calling it X. So,
right? So tell me about the you had the thigh holster thing, and you said you had a like a clamshell in there to help with the like a holster.
oh yeah, so I have a little Kydex trigger guard in there, because the holster itself, I wouldn't really call it a holster. I would more call it a
Who's it
pocket,
by?
and it Dean Adams.
They make a trigger
Um,
guard.
sorry.
They made the trigger guard for it.
No, they didn't make the trigger guard. I bought that separately. So the holster. the holster, it's basically a pocket, but it has like a stiff thing like in between the gun and the outer space. But
So
I
like
don't think
some,
that's enough.
mhm. So
Yeah, because
some
like when
additional
you're if
material
you're
to kind of help it.
yeah, so I don't think I feel personally I feel like especially if you're drawing in a tense fire situation, you should have something more like so that when you're reaching in for it, you don't accidentally pull the trigger yourself. And so that's why I have a Kydex insert and it is attached with like some paracord that I sewed into it. So when I
Nice.
draw it, it just comes off. And I'll have to show that later. I added it to my list when I saw your comment about that, but yeah, just an extra safety precaution because yeah, I just don't
I
like
mean, personally, I
taking the
have
chance.
standards for what holsters are. Like, can you draw? Will you be able to reholster without like? Does the holster stay open? Obviously, with the leg thing, if you pull it out, the holster's going to kind of come with it a little bit. So you'd have to do something to get it back in there. But it does cover the trigger guard entirely. So there's that. Do you have any retention with that, or like how's the retention? Like if you were to stand upside down, is it going to fall out?
So base
Do a
people
barrel
ask
roll.
this, so it's kind of yeah. So basically, I have like tested it by like doing random things, and I'm actually gonna try and post a video later with like my husband and I dancing and him like dipping me upside down and stuff to like just show how it worked, how it's not doing anything. But I haven't done that yet. But that's the plan. But anyway, so where it's located on your body, it can't really come out. So like like so it's like I was saying, it's basically a pocket, and which is not usually it's not my favorite holster, but because of where it's located, it doesn't really need retention because even if I was upside down, it couldn't come out basically,
Fair.
because it's just that high up on your body, um, which is also I haven't experienced this because I have a smaller gun, but I've heard people say who use like larger guns that it didn't really fit well because it was too high up and that and so they couldn't carry that way. So like mine I feel like is just the perfect size where it's yeah, it's not
What are you
causing me
carrying a
undue
43?
comfort when sitting and whatnot. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, 43 with smaller grip and everything. I get it. Can you get your full hand on that gun? Or are you breaking your pinky grip?
No, yeah, I can get my full hand. I have small hands. I have my grandma's hands, so
What size gloves do you wear?
well my motorcycle gloves were women's extra small.
Oh my gosh. Wow, you have like child's hands. God forbid you try to
Yeah.
play a piano. It's not working.
I no, I don't play piano. I do have a guitar, which is sometimes difficult because I'm like stretch. Anyway,
Get your hand stretched out, like go to a hand therapist.
like,
That's
come on,
hilarious.
try there.
So what was the occasion? Why did you say like, "Hey, I need to wear this particular dress" as somebody who carries a gun?
Fun fact with that outfit, I actually didn't wear that out. I just had seen someone commenting, "Why are you always wearing baggy clothes and posting baggy clothes?" I was like, "Well, that's because I was what I was wearing that day." So I just went out of my way to put that dress on. I have worn that dress and I have carried in that dress. I just didn't wear it that particular day. I just was like, "Fine, you want something different? Have something different."
He said, "For the people." I love it.
Yeah. So
And then there was the New Year's Eve. I'm gonna assume you didn't carry for New Year's Eve.
I did not because I had some tequila before I went out. So
Fair enough. She said pregame.
I don't
Listen, as
carry
somebody
and
who's
drink.
worked at somebody who's worked at like nightclubs and such, it is very frustrating to deal with people who are like actively drunk trying to enter your establishment. You're just like, ooh, it's gonna be spicy. You're gonna be the fighter.
Well,
I'm gonna have to
yeah.
send you out.
Well, I didn't get drunk, but I also am a lightweight, and I'm like I am with guns as I am with driving. I am not going to drive it, or I'm not going to drink if I have to drive in the next like hour or two. And because even if I am probably fine, I don't want to go with probably. So,
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, shoot, if you get breathalyzed and you're at whatever the level it is, it's a big deal. Um,
yeah.
that's a big deal. Um, talk about the false advertising. She's like, yeah, I'm ready for the party. By the way,
No, I was
I am
showing
very good.
I could film it. Also, I filmed that on Christmas, so
Okay, okay,
notice
okay.
my hair is different. It was
Wait a
straight that
minute.
day.
Uh, uh, yeah, it's different. Yeah, we're just gonna go through your
Notice how
entire
I'm
ex
wearing a
profile.
Christmas sweater? I know
Yeah,
you're like, I'm just gonna judge everything.
yeah, yeah, we friends. So, what else? Uh, made a retard facing an award. Oh, what
Yeah,
was that
someone's making
about?
fun of me, and I was like, oh, they were just making fun of my face, and I was like, oh, I look cute in all those photos. I'm gonna reshare
People are so dumb. Oh my god. Why did I pull this up? It's because I wanted to read some of these crazy comments. Maybe you don't.
it.
Maybe they're triggering.
Oh, I
Um,
don't care. I read them all the time, and then I ignore
it,
them or make
it's a
fun of
cute
them for
photo.
views.
I like this.
Oh yeah, that's my phone's lock screen.
It's very nice. Look at y'all. Just wonderful. Match made in heaven. We'd love to see it. God dang.
Oh yeah.
That's such an unhinged thing. Talking about why didn't Santa visit you this year? Talking about, oh
I
yeah,
mean,
my man went hunting and he got everything.
hey, it's tasty, okay?
Oh, these people are so unhinged. Uh
No, they actually were making fun of someone, so I
yeah,
shared
no,
it because I
I'm
thought it was
saying, but
funny.
like the fact that we actually even have
Oh
to.
yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
true. Oh no, Matthew, go away. You can't see this.
All right.
What if he looks at crazy comments? Mom, make Matthew get off his phone.
All right. For the sake of the family, we'll go in a different direction.
Good idea. Y'all go away. You're ruining the live.
It's a family affair. I love it.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
it's what you get for being famous. um, I'm joking.
Never telling them to go look at your stuff again. No.
Right. He said, "Okay, bye." Jeez.
Hi, Matthew.
How old's your brother?
16.
Anyways, oh, so you were asking like what are some of the most fun guns I've shot, and so I'm gonna ask you, what are some of the most fun guns that you've shot? Have you shot many guns?
I have shot lots of guns. I used to work at a marksmanship camp, so I would get to shoot lots of various things. And it was a lot of fun. But honestly, some of the most fun ones I've shot aren't even like the most exciting. So like, okay, this technically is not a gun, but it is because it is. So here's why. Have you ever heard of a can cannon?
Oh, what? Oh, a cannon,
A can cannon.
like a t-shirt cannon,
So no,
like
well
CO2
maybe
based.
I
You put a
no.
cannon there. No.
So so it goes onto an AR lower, and then you just put blanks in it and you load it from the barrel. So you put like a full can of soda through the barrel, and then you just prop it in your shoulder, and then you basically it lobs it, so you aim like really high above what you're
So
aiming
it's
at.
a grenade
And so
launcher.
we would, yeah, pretty much. So we would shoot it at toilets and like shatter them, and it was really fun. um,
What?
I have a video somewhere. I'll find it and post it on X later on. But um but it almost had the kick of a 50 cal, but you're like standing and shooting it because it's like an AR lower. But it's a lot of fun. It's kind of crazy, not really accurate accuracy thing.
First of all,
Um
that's
that
completely
was fun.
insane. That's insane.
Um yeah. Oh, the lever action Henry 22s, I like those a lot. I mean, like they're just a lot of fun for just like playing around with. I once me and a friend got really competitive, and we are like, okay, we're gonna with one arm. You can only use one hand. You're gonna from 50 yards. We shot balls with them, and so we were holding this little 22 rifle, and then we would just aim and shot. And I would just like to say for the record, I hit the golf ball and he did not. So, you know,
Well,
Cam, if you're seeing this, be jealous. Anyway.
yeah. Um, I guess before I answer, you got to answer gun websites. Marksmanship camp. What's that all about? I'm just using the wrong voice. That's not what he sounds like. But um, what's that all about?
It was just a camp I used to work at. They did a kids summer camp in the summer, and then marksmanship camps in like the fall and winter, run by Top Shot Dustin. And so I
Oh,
used to
that's
work. I
right,
worked there for like yeah for like 5 years, and it was a lot of fun. I got to have a lot of opportunity to shoot a lot of fun things and do like mini versions of the TV show's Top Shot Gauntlet thing, and yeah, it was fun. Good times.
dude. Um, I should bring attention to this real quick because it's a momentous occasion. Um, where are we? Just gonna put this on the screen. Um,
What are you momenting?
mhm. So we're almost at 2,000 subscribers on this channel in particular. We are
Woo!
at 1,999. So if you are not a subscriber, you should definitely subscribe, unless you just never plan on watching ever again, which is fine. I'm not offended. Clearly not offended. Not hurt. But
Oh my gosh, you are so close.
yeah, like we're right there. So if
That's
you're
crazy,
watching, or if you
bro.
know somebody who should be watching, send this over to them. Tell them subscribe. Let's get there tonight. Let's get there together as a family. You ever been worked in a place and they're like, we're family here, and they're definitely not family. Like, there's no relatives. They don't treat you well. Like, not
No, I actually
family.
take that as a super red flag. I've interviewed places and they're like, "Oh, we're like a family. Do you want the job?" And I'm like,
Mm.
I don't know, maybe not.
He said, what you mean by family? We talking like Vin Diesel family or like you abuse each other family?
Probably the abuse part.
Well, there's that. I guess I'll share some of my favorite guns. The MP5 is amazing. SP5 is also very cool, and I think you can almost appreciate the gun better when you shoot the SP5, which is just like the um. We did it together, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen.
We
Thank you,
did
guys.
it!
Woo!
Yay!
Boop, 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 boop.
Oh wait, hold
Somebody.
on. Wait, what do I do? Peace signs? Fireworks. We need fireworks.
No, no, it's
Nope, that's
it's
confetti.
thumbs
Oh,
up.
thumbs up. Woo!
Hey, there's the fireworks. I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. We couldn't have done this without you. I can't subscribe to myself 2,000 times. It's just not going to happen. So thank you. All
Confetti.
the confetti. I
Celebrate.
appreciate you. Um, what am I looking at? There's something here. Anyways, wow, that happened. I think the ads are on. Appreciate it. And thanks, Dad. I appreciate you. Let's get that out of the way. So let's the MP5 is a really fun gun to shoot. I've never shot a belt fed. I've had opportunities, I just didn't do it, and I feel like I missed out on a very like cool thing to do, you know. And then there's some full auto ARs with like that are suppressed. Those are pretty fun. One of the coolest guns, got to be like top five, was the Boombox by Q. Have you ever seen that?
I don't know that I have.
Where'd I put that? All right, let's look it up.
Say if I have, it just don't remember what it looks like too, because I'm also bad with names.
Yeah, it's No, I don't want to keep in touch. You guys can reach out. You have my information. Yeah, just gonna cover your face real quick.
That's fine.
You say it's fine. So this is the
Mm,
La Boom Box. Hold on,
party.
I'm not doing it right. So it looks pretty much like the honey. Are you looking over this?
Nope.
That's funny. You know, you ever been on like Instagram or whatever, and you pull up the comment section just to kind of see what debauchery is happening in there, and then you realize that you can still see the person who's like scary looking or whatever, like over the comment section, like they're still making eye contact with you. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
No, TikTok used to do that where you could put the comment section, but now they just shrink the whole video and make it really small and at the top so you can still see the whole thing. So if you're like watching a scary video, you can't actually escape it.
you can't
So,
escape. So Q makes really expensive but kind of like slightly innovative guns, you know, like trying out different like ammunitions and such, and it's pretty cool. This one uses the 8.6 blackout round, um, 12 inches and 8.6 blackout. So great triggers, interesting stock mechanism. That what is this whole thing in the middle? Like, is that a cheek weld? Um, different. Like, can you get a good cheek weld on that cheek rest or whatever? Anyways, they do a few things that are interesting. But I just brought that up to show you exactly what it looks like. But the point is, I shot one, and there is so much boom. Oh, no, I didn't shoot a boombox. I shot the. I gotta look at the other one. It wasn't a boombox. It was one of their fixes. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah. Yep, it was a fix. This one, which
ooh.
to me looks cooler, honestly.
Yeah, it does look a little cool.
Like it was just staring at me menacingly. Yeah, it was. So it's got the folding stock. It's got the lever. That like it only goes up like 45 degrees, so you don't have to like throw it all the way up, and you know it's like just slightly. You only have to do it slightly. Cool technology. But the point is, the 8.6 blackout is such a powerful round. Like it's one of the most powerful rounds for the size. And it'll just kind of obliterate pretty much anything that it hits. But it's not as violent as you think it would be. Like it definitely punches you in the shoulder when you fire it out of this gun,
Hmm.
but it's not as crazy as it could be. So I shot one. I
Gotcha.
thought that was cool. I've shot a lot of guns. Have you ever shot one of those 320 Raider builds?
Oh gosh. I don't think I have.
All right. Well, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, um, was it P320? Yeah, the Flux Raider. There we go. Ooh, I don't want to show prices, but um, why are these images like so low res? Like I don't even understand. Why does it look like that? Ew.
Yeah, what I'm looking forward to is Industry Range Day
Oh
at
man.
SHOT.
Yeah, go ahead. What were you saying about Industry Range Day?
I said I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna shooting all the things.
Dude, you are you taking a camera with you? What are you taking?
Well, I figured I'd take my 360 camera and then because it does really good quality, just regular video as well, and then obviously I'll have my phone. But I mean, yeah.
Yeah, honestly, as a phone creator, do everything on your phone. Obviously, if you need to do like the 360 or whatever, camera. I think that'll be kind of cool. Too bad you're not riding your
Yeah.
motorcycle up there, but
I thought about it, but
it's a
it's
long
just a
drive.
long
That's
drive. And I'm,
that's
well, you know what convinced me not to though, is because I'm going to be taking too many clothes. Clothes and shoes, and I'm not willing to sacrifice it. So,
what a woman. Can't
yeah,
believe you.
I know. The real downside of me is I won't give up my clothes.
Oh man. So, um, shoot, I'm going back and looking over some of our notes to see if there's like any other topics that we like really needed to touch on, because I know we're kind of getting close to the end, and I don't want to like stretch it longer than we want to, but also I don't want to miss any topics and be like, oh my gosh, we didn't talk about this, you know. Um, you know,
Yeah,
we
I'm
could
trying to
definitely.
think. I don't think so.
He, Darcy said you got to glam, of course.
Exactly. I know. I'm
So
bringing my
fit check. What
Converse
are we talking about?
heels and
You said you're taking your Converse heels with you.
yeah, I got them for Christmas. I love them.
Nice. Did he get them for you, or did someone hook you up?
My husband got them for me. So I'm gonna wear my Converse heels probably and this really pretty floofy dress to the Gundies. So y'all
Because
will
you're
probably see that at
nominated. Oh
some point.
yeah.
I am. I'm not in the top five,
Okay.
but that's okay. I'm still going and gonna get to see everyone and support all the other awesome creators that got nominated and up from top five. And there's so many of them. Oh my goodness, y'all! I'm so
Who made the
excited
top
to.
five? Golly.
Off the top of my head, I remember Julie Golub did. The young girl, I think Autumn's Armory
Well, good for her.
did.
You can't be mad if you
And
lose to a girl, little girl, you know.
oh my gosh, I know. Well, I think she wins like every year too, so I wouldn't be shocked if she won. Like
Hey,
she's just
listen,
so
her
cute. Like
fan
you
base is
can't not
rabid.
vote for her. I know, you just can't not vote for her. Like I had someone who was like, I was gonna vote for you, but then I saw her, so I was like, okay,
Oh
fair enough.
wow. I didn't even see that there was a prize, but the $2,000 in value, which
I
is
think that's
kind of a
actually
lot,
for
not
the
that
voters.
much, huh? Oh,
I
that's
think
for the
that the
voters.
prizes are actually for voters. Like if you voted in every category, you were entered for that prize. And then there's like a
Uh,
grand prize
from We
winner
the
who gets like
People.
a flight to
Gotcha.
Vegas. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to win anything from We the People.
Yeah, me
Just watch it. I'm gonna
neither.
be they're gonna reach out to me next week and be like, hey, we want to sponsor a video. I'm gonna be like, how much? um
You're like, all right, $1 million,
yeah,
let's go.
I mean, for $1 million, it's hard to say no, but you gotta say no.
Like
Um,
post it and then afterwards post something like, I was lying. It was just for money. No.
this was all a lie.
Like
Oh
it was so
man,
much
where do
money
they
inside.
post the top five? Is that on their Instagram or something?
I would say I know they put it on Instagram. I haven't looked at the
Okay,
website recently, so
lame. I'm just trying to maybe pull
you're
it up
making
on
me
the.
look for it.
No, I'll look for it.
Aha.
And oh, what are we doing? Oh, cover my face, why don't you? All right, we're at the top five. Photo of the year. Let's look at all their stuff.
I
Um,
wish they would post like what the photo of the year actually looks like when they would post the nominees. Because I looked at them when I was voting, but I didn't actually like remember what they posted. So
yeah, there we go. So congratulations to the photographers of the year. No-handed shooter. Does he have no hands for real, or?
I do not know. I'll look them up later.
Yeah. Oh, and there's Baby Yoda, super famous. Oh man, top 2A writers. Congratulations to the legendary Masad Ayub, who recently got clowned a little bit for telling people not to drop the slide on a 1911, and then he meowed in a video. Don't do that anymore, my side. Don't do it. Don't do it anymore. And then there's Kenzie. She was just on the show. Was it on Tuesday? What's today?
Oh, that's cool. Uh,
Yeah.
uh, not Tuesday anymore.
Yeah.
Thursday, I think.
Yeah. And then somehow I didn't make the top 5 for top 2 a gun podcast, or but that's okay.
Ridiculous.
Next year. Next year.
I
I
know.
just need
Next
your
year we
help.
gotta nominate you.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
get
take a
you in
nom.
there.
And Whiskey and Windage made it. Good for them. I love those guys. I'm supposed to do something with them. But if they're there, we can definitely be there. Good for them. I'm happy. And then there's top influencer of the year, Liberty Doll, who I just started watching her stuff on YouTube. Have you ever seen her stuff?
I haven't. I've seen her face
Mm-hmm.
somewhere, but I have not seen her content yet.
Yeah. And there's Print Shoot Repeat. He's a buddy. I've actually seen his face. He's unusually
Ooh,
handsome.
look at you.
Yeah. And he's not very tall. It's like super short. Guns and Gear, he's all right. Honest Outlaw. His wife just started a YouTube channel. It's pretty good. I told her that we were going to have to review it at some point. So we'll have to bring you back on and we can critique her videos. And then there's Civilian
Okay.
Tactical. Y'all still watching Civilian Tactical? He gets a lot of love and a lot of hate for being kind of a corny guy.
Oh, I haven't seen this stuff yet.
We should watch it. We should watch it. Let's just fast forward. Most innovative ends, Bull Armory, Trauma Pack, Wooks, Breakout Creators. You're not on that list. It breaks my heart. 2A Boys.
We can only be in one category,
Really?
so
They can't.
I
They
don't
can't
know how
multi.
they. Yeah, apparently it used to be, but not anymore. And I don't know how they choose what category you go in, so I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I feel like this would have been a good. Like, how long have you? How long do you have to have been in the game? Because I feel like the 2A Boys have been in the space for a while. Um,
I don't know.
Either way. Excuse me. And then there's most likely to survive the apocalypse. Not Scooch.
I
Come on,
like that
dude. What are you
title.
talking about? Um, where are you? Or where's your category? Most dapper? Clearly what the
Um,
kicks. What are you talking about?
I
Best
want to be
outdoorsman.
nominated for most apt for next year.
Dude, the fact that they don't have any women in this
I know,
category.
I saw that.
I mean, I
I was
know
like,
dapper is generally
bro.
like a male term.
Yeah, but they like describe it somewhere where they're like, oh, the best dressed influencer. And I was like, why are there no women in here?
So, hello, clearly. Like, what are we
Yeah,
doing?
so I need to be nominated for that next year, guys. Oh, yep. So
Yes.
Autumn's Armory, Julie Golub, who else? She equips
Uh,
herself. Hannah Hill, and I can't read the bottom row. But
yeah,
anyway,
that's Julie Golab, and then to a second Stone second defense. I don't even know who's this. Is this Katie Stone?
okay, Katie Stone. Oh, okay.
Such
I
an
know. I need to
interesting way
look
to
up
spell
all of
it.
them and go find new people to follow.
Right. I mean, and that's I think the beauty of getting nominated, making top 5. If people know who you are, they at least see your face, even if they don't follow. Sometimes it takes a few
Yeah,
thingamajigs to get people to kind of like support the work. You know, people
yeah,
like you working hard
and
every
like,
day, posting content. You ever skip a day?
yeah, and huh?
You ever skip a day? Just
Oh, yeah,
not post?
sometimes. Yeah,
Hmm.
sometimes.
Lazy.
Especially if I'm running on just drafts. Like the few months I was working 7 days a week, I didn't have time to film anything, so I was just posting drafts, but I had a limited supply, so I was like spacing them out.
But you had that many drafts just loaded up and you were just ready to post? I
Yep,
almost have no
I
drafts. Like if
prepared.
something's been sitting in the drafts too long, it's gonna stay there. I'm not posting it. Like it's too late.
I prepared.
Oh, so you knew it
Although
was gonna
every
get
once in a
crazy?
while, well, yeah, I like took the weekend or the couple weekends beforehand, and I like filmed a bunch because I knew I wasn't gonna have time to, and then but then every once in a while I like lose a draft, and then I'll like go sit there for so long I'll like go back to look at it. I'm like, oh, I've improved so much since then. I can't post this now because I can't.
Okay. I want to do something for the last 5-10 minutes of our time together. We're coming to the end.
Okay.
You let me know if you need to go sooner than that. But so we mentioned civilian tactical, right? Man's
Mhm.
killing it on YouTube. He's got 2.8 million subscribers, nominated for a Gundy.
Whoa.
Yeah, most of those have come from his shorts. I mean, his most popular short has 81 million views. So
Whew.
I want to look at like his 5 most popular shorts and rate, and I'm gonna let you rate it each one a scale of 1 out of
Oh gosh.
10
Okay.
on 3
He's gonna like
categories.
see this and like
He'll see it,
ban me
but
from
we're
the
not
industry.
trying
No,
to be
I'm kidding.
mean. But well, maybe I want to rate it on entertainment value because that's huge, right?
Okay.
Usefulness, as in like was information given that's actually like helpful to the
Okay.
average bear, and cringiness. So was it cringy or was it not? I
Okay.
mean, there's no shame in being a little cringy because that'll get you views. Like let's be for real.
Okay. I've done my
Uh,
fair share.
yes, you have. I'm just playing. I mean, yeah, but like, am I playing? Am I playing at this
Yeah, a
point?
lot of it's
It's,
purposeful, but
you
sometimes I'm
know,
like, do I
a
want to
little bit of
post
rage bait.
this? Yeah, exactly. Gotta keep it
So
spicy.
here,
All right, let's get ready.
let's load this up. And I'm just gonna
Are
make
we gonna
this.
have audio?
I'm gonna give you audio.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you the audio. Zip papers. He did not just say that. All right, here we go. All right. So
Is
let's
there
go back
audio
through the
on that?
categories. Well, you didn't hear it.
No, I was gonna say.
Mm. Did
I was like, if
anybody
there
hear it?
was audio.
There was definitely audio. I could hear it all. Um, let me. Oh shoot! I've got to go back in my settings. Screen sharing. Show everything. What? No audio here. Gosh. So it was just some music. So no need for audio on that one. But let's go. While I'm looking for
Okay.
this, I'll let you go ahead and rate it on. What were the categories? Gun websites? Did we say? Let's start with cringiness.
Okay.
10 being the cringiest, 1 being pretty cool.
I mean, I wouldn't really say it's particularly cringy, just because. Well, okay, music plays a big part in this, so not being able to hear that is not helpful. But
Mm.
I would say just like, I mean, he's very using it, but it's a good point. Like, you need to wear something to protect your eyes. Um, so I would say cringiness is pretty low. I don't know if I can give a number. Maybe the 3. Um, what else? Entertainment. I can't hear the music, so
Oh, let me try to play it again. See, can you hear that?
okay.
Can you hear it?
Okay, I can hear. Yeah, I mean, it's dramatic, but I mean, it gets the point across that that's why you should wear it. So yeah, I guess pretty good. I rate that pretty high on everything. So good job.
Shoot, my poor memory. I got to write everything down because I said, what did I say? It was usefulness, cringiness, and did I say cool factor?
Entertainment.
Entertainment value.
Entertainment.
Which so entertainment value. What are we doing?
I think because it's a short, he has enough that it is keeping your attention for the time you need it to. So good job. 7 out of 10, I guess.
7 out of 10. I thought it was pretty entertaining. I'm not gonna lie. I was
Okay.
like, I'm
Okay.
like clearly it's so
Fine. Eight
absurd.
out of
Like,
10.
no, don't change it
Well,
just for
yeah.
me. Don't change it just for
Well,
me. What?
I don't know. I would have picked a better music choice, but we
Mm.
have different tastes. That's okay.
He said, "Nah, it's fine. We're different people."
Yeah.
All right, let me
Probably
turn
do
the
something
volume
in
down a little bit because it was
Chapel
really
How
Row.
loud.
No, I'm
bulletproof
kidding.
is a tree? 22 gave us an entrance, but looking at the back, we got no exit. How bulletproof is a tree? 22 gave us an entrance, but looking at the back, we got no exit. Starting out, we already tested 22, next up 380, 9mm 7.62 by 39, 223, 8.6 blackout, this is an interesting one, and 50 BMG. The tree's gotta come down anyway, but we've painted an exit zone so we can see when bullets come out. 380 auto in whatever the heck this weird gun is, sent to us by Gun Prime. Ow, this gun hurts to shoot. Entrance in the front, but no pass-through. 9mm out of the Beretta PMX S. This gun is pretty dang cool. And on top, we got that Gideon Mediator red dot. Solid entrance, but no exit out the back. 7.62 by 39 out of our Zastava AK-47. Into the front, no pass-through. 223 out of our Jacob Gray upper. In the front, no pass-through. Next up, one round of Aiken Arms 8.6 blackout out of the CMG Banshee. And if you're interested in gunsmithing, make sure to go to the Sonoran Desert Institute at sdi.today to learn about their online program. Massive hole in the front, no exit. And finally, what you've been waiting for, 50 BMG. We're firing it out of the Big Kahuna Firearms, technically an AR-15. Let's go. Good old smack right in the front, and it should have popped out right about there. No pass through. What the heck? I did not see that coming. Don't forget to subscribe. How bullet?
Okay, let's go straight for the cringy. 1 out of
I
10.
was gonna
10
go
being
for
ultra
that too.
cringy, 1 being cool.
9.
9. Wow, dang. What part was so cringy?
I don't know. The tree thing.
Is it shooting up a tree? Like, did you not expect the bullet to be stopped by a tree? Like, come on.
I've seen a lot of tree videos actually, so that probably impacts this to a degree as well. But I don't know the vibe. I'm sorry, dude, if you see this ever, but I don't know. Yeah, it's not my thing, but that's okay.
Just not for you. I mean, clearly millions of people watch this video. It's got 3 million likes. So it's for
Yeah,
somebody.
he's
Like,
doing good.
and probably for people who don't know a lot about guns. And maybe for somebody who's kind of newer. But Gun Websites is not feeling it at all. He said for this one, ouch, exploding guns for shilling equals lamest. Yeah, I think there was maybe one gun that he said was sent to him, but possibly all the guns were sent. I mean, who knows? I mean, I don't know. Like, this is fine, but define shilling, define all the things.
Say, I
Uh,
wouldn't say he was also advertising them either. Like they were just there.
he did advertise Sonoran Desert Institute, which a lot of guys have come out strongly against recently for like wasting the GI Bill. Um,
Yeah.
People have thoughts and feelings about that. Shilling the SDI. Yeah. Yeah. Sonoran Desert Institute. Learn how to gunsmith and use your GI Bill to learn how to gunsmith. Is it actually going to teach you how to gunsmith? Does it leave you with any transferable skills? Is the Sonoran Desert Institute going to actually equip you to make money in the gun industry? I'm not sure. I'm very unsure at this point. But
Dylan, what's your rating?
I think it was like 10 out of 10 on like cringe, like because there's some really cringy
Okay.
moments in there. I'm just like, ah. But what did we say? Usefulness. I think this video is like not useful at all. Obviously, if
No.
you need to run, if you're running from somebody, you can hide behind a good thick tree, and it will save you. Um, but at the end of the day, and what was the other category? It was usefulness, cringe
Entertainment.
factor, entertainment value. I think it held some, but halfway through, I was like, none of these are getting through a tree, even the 50 cal.
Yeah. Also, I feel like the format, I mean, obviously it did well, but for me the format is it was a little slow, especially in the beginning but I mean, I also am a TikToker who has a very short attention span now,
It
so
just requires crack in your veins 24/7. I got
yeah,
you.
pretty much.
All
I gotta
right.
feed it in.
Um, so gun website says that place is SDI. That place is a scam. Anyone who makes money off of it doesn't care about the gun industry and community. Um, I would say if you continue to push it, knowing kind of what we know now about its overall usefulness. There's another school called, I forget what it's called, and I talked to the guy who runs it, and he actually left SDI because he felt like they weren't doing enough for the people, and he has a new program. It's very similar, but there's some additional stuff. Like he wants to make sure everybody gets tools and actually is able to finish projects by the end of it all. And so actually leaves it with something. So I'm unsure, kind of, just because I'm not tapped in with all this stuff, right? So I'm really not sure what makes a good program and what doesn't. And gun website says we all knew since the beginning. Yeah, I mean, I think we all kind of knew there was something interesting about it. Like, yes, it's accredited, but like, who's going to accept it? Like, what reasonable gunsmith? Like, can you be hired in as like a true gunsmith without actually studying under a gunsmith for 10 years? Like, that's kind of the pipeline. Um, guys willing to get millions of views, making it look like gun ownership goes or worrying about shooting trees. That yeah, it's not exactly, that's not what gun ownership is about. I hear he's Canadian. This is an ad.
How bulletproof is a Belgian M1 steel helmet? First up, we got Birdshot 22, 380 auto, 9mm, 223, and this big boy if all of these fail. Time to set this thing up on our torso target right there. First up, 25 rounds of Birdshot out of our Keltec KSG 25. Birdshot smacked it good. Tiny 22 out of this gorgeous Volquartsen Arms stainless steel rifle.
Was this an ad?
Ooh, I like
22, no
Volquartsen
pass through.
actually.
380 auto out of the Bursa Thunder. But if you want the helmets you see in these tests, check out our sponsor Sportsman's Guide. Check out their buyer's guide and use code CIVTAC for $20 off your first $100 order. 380 auto, nice dent, no pass through. 9mm out of our Canic Apocalypse. 223 out of our Alpine Warfare Steyr AUG. Our 9mm shows a pretty clear hole. That 223 left a massive hole as well. So here are my thoughts. A Belgian military helmet can't stop a bullet, but give it a little rinse and a new coat of paint, and it's ready for the next recruit. Subscribe for more. How bulletproof is a Belgian M1?
Canadians. The Canadians. Gun websites is not a fan. Hey, stop being so negative. Say something nice. You got to say something nice.
Yeah, even if you're just like complimenting his hair or something.
I mean, I like his glasses. Nice, clear glasses. Kind of helps his whole face to show. Even
And you can see that's good.
right. At least he has camera presence. He has camera
Yes.
presence. I'm gonna take him off screen so it doesn't just look like we're just trying to make fun of him. But with that
I
video,
know,
I mean,
I feel
we're
bad
rating
then.
it entertainment value. That's something where I think he could do well with you. Entertainment value. Was it entertaining at all? 1 out of 10.
I don't know. I don't want to be mean. Maybe a 6, maybe. Sure.
That was much nicer than I thought you would be. So
Well,
I'm
yeah, because I'm
glad for
also
him.
lying.
Dang. I'm gonna answer that.
Look,
Entertainment
okay,
value.
people found it entertaining because he obviously got a lot of views.
The man
It is
got two
not
million
me.
likes on that. Somebody found it
Yeah, it is
entertaining.
not. I was gonna say, just because it's not for me and I don't find it particularly entertaining doesn't mean a lot of people don't. And he knows what he's doing, so he's probably gonna see this and be like, "Who does she think she is? I think I am nobody. Don't mind me."
I love your humble spirit. So the do you ever watch? Answer, riddle me this, Batman. Do you ever watch gun content?
Sorry, my headphones just died. Hopefully that doesn't mess up.
No, everything sounds great.
Okay, cool. Um, yeah, but not. I don't know. Not. I don't know.
Not this gun content. Got you. Um,
Yeah.
you know, you sound like a robot. So
Oh, okay. I'm
no,
taking
you're
this
good.
out.
Yeah, I mean, I
Okay.
can hear you just fine. But with this, I think entertainment value. I think there was some like the first anything that wasn't an ad. I was like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen with this, and it kind of happened really fast. So I kind of just wanted him to like blast it one time and move on. But what I found with YouTubers is we have like one product to destroy, and instead of just like lining 10 products up and saying, okay, like can we like thoroughly test this thing with science? Your dad is so positive. He said he's very comfortable on camera. He has an audience, even if it's not us. It absolutely isn't us,
Exactly.
and I
That's what
think
we were
I think we
saying.
get that, which it's tough because when guys who are kind of in the space don't find what you're doing to be fun, I think it's probably frustrating for him. But also, if you want to do well and connect with people in the sphere, it's hard to do both. To just be entertaining to a general audience, because I'm betting that at least like 50% of his audience is worldwide. Yeah. Oh, you're frozen again. So I'll just keep going. I'm betting that 50% of his audience is worldwide, meaning that some of his audience in India, some of the audience in, let's say, like Germany, or anywhere where they don't have like strong, oh, she's gone, um, strong like concealed carry, open carry laws, or if you don't have like a strong gun culture, the people will just watch this like purely for entertainment. And if that's the case, if you're watching purely for entertainment, then it's whatever. But for guys who are like really trying to get like real information on like, hey, I kind of want to buy a helmet. Should I get this? Is this like actually a cool thing to have? Should I use this for airsoft or should I use this for like, how do you say? Um, or should I, like, should I get something from like Hardhead Veterans and get like a real helmet that'll save your life?
Hello.
Mm. Oh man. Hey, you're back. So this,
Yeah, my phone like had a seizure, so.
I'm sorry. Well, we carried on without you, and so I think the point that I was thinking about was like, hey, where's his audience? Is it just like the guy, majority guy? Because I've got guys in India watch my stuff and guys in Germany, and I'm worldwide, right? Which is a funny thing to say. It makes me feel like I'm conceited. But on the other side is when you're making content and you're getting millions of views and millions of likes, are those likes and views coming from like the US people, or are they coming from parts of the world where there's not really a strong gun culture and this is just really entertaining to watch? I'm like, oh, can you stop a bullet with a tree? Like, they never thought about it before. Like, for me, I'm just like, depends on the tree. And then Gun Website said something really interesting, said, do you get millions of views from adults watching videos or from countless kids watching and sharing your videos? And if your demos are children, that's not exactly great. Not for the bottom line, not for money, not for any of that. And not if you're really trying to educate people, because kids want different content than adults. What do you think?
Yeah. And I would say the upside to that, just to like getting views from people who might not be your target audience, is just that because they are boosting what you're doing, you are going to be seen by more people who might not have seen you and who might like have you as an introduction to a space that they might not otherwise have been in. Just on like the positive side of that kind of thing.
I love that you said that because the post that you had that went ultra viral, 25 million people saw it. Clearly, probably more non-gun people saw it than were like dedicated gun people. How many followers did you gain from that on like Twitter?
On Twitter, I think it went from like 6 to 26,000.
From what to what?
From like 6,000 to 26,000, I think, approximately.
Man, you were killing it already. 6,000 followers is not bad on any platform.
Yeah, well, I have it had a another post go like I don't think it was viral. I think it was like maybe 1 million views on there, and it was selfie in
Enough.
front of a no gun allowed signs. Yeah.
You were making fun of what?
No, I took a selfie in front of a no guns allowed sign.
Oh, and it made everybody upset. I love that.
Yeah.
But that's the thing with that kind of thing. You're gonna get 1 million views, but what's the conversion on that? So you gained 10 to 20,000 views on, or I guess it was for you, it was like 20,000 followers on
Mm-hmm.
1 million people seeing your thing, right? And converting that to the conversation that we're having about, civilian tactical and how does that apply to us? It's like it doesn't always matter. You could, if you go viral, that just means a lot of people saw it. There's a lot of conversation, but does it mean that there's people who actually care about the thing? Are they going to go buy a gun because you recommended it, or are they going to consider where, for you, are they going to wear cuter clothes, and are they going to get out there, and or they're going to just wear fishing shirts and cargo pants? Like
Well, that was actually really cool because I've gotten like some messages, and I don't know if I've seen them all even, but like messages and comments and stuff from people, or like people's husbands who are like, "Hey, I saw your post. I sent it to my wife, and you inspired her, and she's getting the holster you use, and we're getting her all set up." Or like, "Hey, you inspired me to start carrying because this was what I was worried about, not being able to dress cute," and all these things. And I mean, even if just like one person told me that, I would be thrilled. But like having a few people do that and let me know, "Hey, what you're doing is actually like impact people in a small way," is really cool for me to be able to see that sometimes.
And so I guess the question is, with the guys who are making cringy gun content, it's reaching somebody, you know.
Yeah.
And do we have to hate it with every fiber of our being? You can still hate it, gun websites. But at the end of the day, one person saw it and thought, maybe I start carrying, or maybe I go to the gun store or go to the range. I've been thinking about going to the
Maybe I try
range.
something.
Try something new. And hopefully that's the case. And hopefully it's not like them being led astray and saying like, oh,
Yeah.
well, I'm going to go buy a Belgium helmet because that's a bad idea. And he didn't say to go buy it as in like, this is clearly holding up. He showed you there was holes in it. So like,
Yeah.
he's not like a complete liar, but there's some give and take.
I think there's definitely space for that. And as long as you're not like doing crazy irresponsible things and telling people that's what they should do. I mean, it might be cringy, but like we all do things to a degree that other people are going to see it and be like, "Oh, I would never do that," or "Oh, I can't believe they're doing that." And like that's fine. Everything doesn't have to be for you, or doesn't have to be something you like, and his content might not be the kind of content I want to watch, but it is clearly there for someone because he has a lot of people watching it.
Yeah. Well, and the interesting question is like, what's the difference between guys like him and like my buddy PSR? Um, well, they're very different. Like I'm gonna pull them up,
Okay.
and like I know we're like going a little over time, so this is the last thing. Oh my goodness, where are we? No. Gosh. I can do this. So, have you ever seen Print Shoot Repeats content?
I think I might have seen a little of it.
Well, there's a video of him dancing around with a pink like Glock with a keychain attachment at some point. He's kind of like Deadpool of the gun world. It's really interesting.
Okay, I like Deadpool.
Alright, let's try to bump fire the rest of it. Oh, dick! Out of battery. Oh, dick! I'm okay though.
Well, I didn't know he was
Holy shit.
gonna start
Sorry, Dad.
Alright, this guy's
getting the potty mouth out.
factory switch. That's the fun mode, and we're gonna put it in fun mode and see how quickly we can go through it. 17 round mag. Let's dump her. Alright, this guy's, it's a Glock. Here are the rifle dynamics, and we have this incredible 300 blackout chambered AK. It uses an AR barrel, but that's just a prototype. It's really, really neat. I can't wait to shoot it. I'm not wearing any ear pro because it's subsonic suppressed 300 blackout. Into the dirt. Okay, the trigger's kind of light. Oh my God. Woo. I could shoot that all day. Here are the rifle dynamics. Let's try the fleshlight on there.
That took a second to click in my head, so I was like, hold on.
Yeah.
Supreme Glock 40. Let's see how it runs.
I think we got the point. Anyways, that's my guy. Like he's a friend. Every time we see each other, it's a party.
Yeah, he
But
seems like a party.
his content's
You are
not really
not
for
lying.
kids.
No, it is not.
Entertainment value is high. Usefulness is kind of low.
I was gonna say educational, but you were right though. I think he does have a very Deadpool-like personality, which I find funny, and that's actually the kind of content I would probably watch just because of this
As an adult. Yeah.
Yeah, as an adult, no, I would not recommend that to children. I'm glad my brother has probably stopped watching this.
Yeah, my bad.
Hopefully.
It's late. It's past your bedtime, kiddo.
Yep.
Anyways, point being, we're gonna wrap up in like 2 minutes, right? But I think it's interesting kind of running into different types of content in the gun space. Like if you like long form conversations with people who are pseudo intellectuals like us, it's like, hey, tune into something like this. It's not going to get the most views ever, but it might be something you're into versus kind of like the bargain bin content where, hey, let's shoot a tree with like 17 different guns. One of these guns is sponsored, and the whole video is sponsored by a company that has been the reputation is dubious at best, you know?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah. I know, there's different kinds of content that I
There's
enjoy.
different
It
kinds
just
of content.
depends on the vibe. Like, I enjoy educational, like, shorter clips, and then, like, longer, like, YouTube-style videos, and I listen to podcasts all the time because of I can listen to them at work, and so, you know, it's just different things for different vibes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with that, I completely understand. Now, Gun Website says something about chasing the lowest viewer. Basically about print shoot repeat PSR. He said this content has a style. It's showing off guns, but dude isn't shilling or chasing the lowest viewer. It's creative content, in my opinion. Yeah, I think if we want to like really kind of break it down on why somebody like gun websites, maybe he's not just like seeking the content out and watching it, but like he's not gonna like blow a gasket when he sees it. It's because it doesn't feel like it's just what's the most like entertaining thing that we can create for like a 12-year-old and get all the 12-year-olds to share it in their like brain rot meme group chat. I recommend
There
everyone
was
get a brain
Fortnite.
rot group chat. Like
Fortnite.
it's in the Fortnite, yeah, talking about 1v1 me or like I need more V-Bucks, you know, like
Give me an assault rifle.
I'm so done. I'm so done with all of it. I'm done with these kids. I'm getting old, guys. I'm 30 this
No,
year.
it's funny. I'll
I'm already
I'll
30.
play Fortnite with my dad and my little brother, and I'm like, oh, I'm so good at this. I'm poning all the little 5-year-olds on here.
Well, first of all, poning hasn't been in
You know
vogue.
what? I don't want to hear it, Aaron.
That word hasn't been viable in 10 years, in a nigh a decade. But guys, this has been really fun. Screenshot that, send it to all your friends, and tell them that this is what success looks like. Anyways, we got to make sure that people can support you. Do you have any upcoming projects? You making any long form content? You're going to start your own podcast, Girly Girls with Guns?
I don't know if I could do the podcast thing. That's
It's okay. You
maybe
just come on
someday.
mine.
I have so much more free time, but yeah, I might just come on yours sometimes. So, um, nothing to announce yet. I'm mostly focusing on my week-long Vegas trip coming up, and then hopefully we'll have some new things to share. Obviously, I'm filming a lot there, and hopefully getting in a lot of cool stuff for y'all, especially everyone who can't go but wants to see what it's like, because I've
Where's
never
like
been.
the best place to like track that when you start posting? Is it IG or is it X or?
Probably the best places will be Instagram and X, because I won't be able to post a lot of it on TikTok. So
Yeah,
those two, I would keep an eye out on those two. P and the Pistol for X and Princess and the Pistol for Instagram.
nice.
Yeah, I keep a watch on those, because those are the easiest to just like. It'll probably be like Instagram stories a lot, and then like random thoughts and photos and crap, because you can just post things so easily on there.
Nice. Well, I appreciate you. Gun Websites, who is the biggest supporter of this platform tonight, said, "Have a good time at SHOT. Have you been there, or have you been there? Have you been before then? This is your first year, right?
It is my first year. I was told I needed to go, and it was important, and I was like, okay.
Kinda.
So
I mean, I've not
here I
been, but
go.
yeah,
It's gonna
I'll
be
go
my
maybe
first,
next year.
like, let's say it's gonna be my first like industry event, and it's a big one. So yay!
Yeah, I'm not sure what the number is, but I'm going to throw a preliminary number out there. If we get 100 members on Gun Club Radio, I'll go to SHOT Show. And I'll give you guys something cool just because I can.
That'd be cool. You should do it.
And Emily doesn't need anything to go. She's just going to go. She doesn't need any sort of, she don't have to incentivize herself. She just want to go. She said, I want to go to Vegas.
I fit the requirements, so I'm going. And those requirements, bro, they did not want me to go.
Well, I would go this year, honestly, but it's just not in the budget. We spent a lot last year trying to get everything straight, and it's like, ooh. I actually have a trip I have to go on like right after when SHOT Show is a special thing. You probably know about it, Gun Websites. So that's where the budget's going until I think NRA is in Atlanta. So I think we're going, but I might not go. I've been to NRA twice before. It's good, but I don't know. Gun Websites, do you go anywhere? Do you get out? You got to let me know when you get a chance. But we got to go. I got to cut some videos down and upload some stuff. We've been talking for 2 hours and 20 minutes. All right, guys. What'd you say?
We're good at talking.
Oh, I thought you said you're good at talking. I'm like, dang, girl.
Oh. Yeah, that too.
All right. All right, guys. Peace.